Hey, what's going on, guys? War Brothers Collectibles here. Welcome back to another video. This video, I wanted to take a look at my kind of like superhero films, and then it goes on to like the family films. There's some DVDs, and then there's a couple of Blu-rays at the end of the shelf. So yeah, let's take a look. So starting off with the Marvel films. Now this, again, much like the Disney DVDs, this has been really condensed down into the ones that we just wanted to keep. We used to have like all the big box sets, but we've just kept the ones that, we enjoy, that we watch the most. So this is when they did these nice slip covers, and it's nice to see what phase, what Marvel phase they're in. So let's just go through a couple of titles. I'll pull a few out. We have Ant-Man. I love these slip covers, they're really nice. Captain America Civil War, great movie. Again, these are not really in any particular order. I'm not really too bothered about that. This is just kind of like the superhero shelf and like the family kind of films. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. X-Men Dark Phoenix at the top there. I like that film, but I can understand why people didn't like it, and I can understand why it wasn't as successful. Thor Ragnarok, great film. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Then going on to some X-Men films here, we have X-Men First Class. And my favourite in the entire series, Days of Future Past, epic film. X-Men Origins Wolverine, another good one. Let's move Dark Phoenix out the way. Then some Batman the Animated Series episodes. Now on this one, there is Christmas with the Joker, which I tend to watch every Christmas Eve before bed. It's kind of like a tradition with me. It's a really fun Christmas themed episode. But yeah, Batman the Animated Series is epic. I do plan one day of getting them all in the box set. But yeah, it's a great series. Justice League, this is just the theatrical version, not the Zack Snyder cut. Joss Whedon finished directing this one, I believe. I've not seen it for a long time, but it was okay. I have seen the 4-hour version, but I've no plans to really go back and watch that again. So yeah, that's Justice League. Now, I'm a huge fan of the 90s Spider-Man series, the animated cartoon. These are just some of the compilation episodes that were released in the UK. Return of the Green Goblin. Spider-Man The Venom Saga, some of my favourite episodes. The Ultimate Villain Showdown. And then I did used to have one called Spider-Man versus Daredevil, which sounds great, but it's really just the Spider-Man animated series episodes, the ones that Daredevil was in. Batman and Robin. I sold Batman Forever because I just wanted to condense my collection down. Batman Forever is not one of my favourites. And I did used to have the other Batman films, but I plan on upgrading them all to 4K in the very near future. This one also I want to try and see on 4K, Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Great animated film. It's really awesome. If you're not seeing it and you're a Batman fan, definitely check that one out. It is totally worth watching. Small Soldiers, one of my favourite childhood movies. Great film. Oops. Batman Under the Red Hood. Now, I've talked about these recently on my channel. I'm looking forward to the 4K version of this film from Arrow Video. TMNT, the movie. Great film. Love it. Ninja Turtles 2 and 3 in kind of like a dual pack box set. I'm just going to move, that's the X-Men Trilogy and Apocalypse. Just going to move them over. What do we have now? TMNT, the animated film. Again, this was a Region 1 DVD that I bought many years ago when I was in the States. Now coming on to just sort of the family films. The Addams Family. Never Ending Story. Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2. Of course, Crocodile Dundee 3 or Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles. The National Lampoon's Vacation box set, which is all 4 movies. Love Christmas Vacation. That's going to be one of my favourite Christmas films of all time. And my other favourite is Vegas Vacation. I really enjoy that as well. I watch that a few times a year. Classic comedy films with Chevy Chase. Then we're just finishing off with more superheroes, but now these go on to the Blu-rays. Again, these are in no particular order, guys. They're not really organised. Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn, great movie. Love Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I think she does the comic book character justice. She is amazing in that role. Joaquin Phoenix, Joker. Now, as of making this video, I've still not seen the second one that he did. Of course, it didn't do very well in the cinemas critically or financially, but the first Joker film is brilliant. Great film. The Suicide Squad. I think I prefer that to the first Suicide Squad film. Then we have the Dark Knight trilogy with Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises. Wonder Woman, I used to be obsessed with this film. I loved it. I thought it was absolutely amazing, but I really need to go back and give this one another watch. I didn't care for the sequel. I thought that was not very good at all, but this first one is incredible. Robert Pattinson's The Batman. The Andrew Garfield Spider-Man films. Now, I grew up with the Tobey Maguire ones, but I don't actually own them on any kind of physical media platform. But these are just the Andrew Garfield, The Amazing Spider-Man, and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. They're actually the wrong way around, but oh well. Deadpool, brilliant film. Probably my favourite Marvel film of all time is actually Black Panther. I'm really a fan of this movie, and I love the character of Black Panther. He is awesome. You may have seen these before on some of my other videos, guys, but The Dark Knight Returns Part 1. This is the adaptation of the Dark Knight Returns comic book. Dark Knight Returns Part 2. Part 2 is probably my favourite. Batman the Killing Joke. Great comic book, but the film is somewhat okay. I think Mark Hamill does a great job as always as the voice of the Joker, but the story, they tried to pad out the story with a opening prologue about Batgirl, which didn't really work in my opinion, but it's okay. Once it starts getting into the actual Killing Joke, it does a really great job of recreating the comic book. Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man The Homecoming. Logan. And then finally Into the Spider-Verse, which I still have not watched yet. So that was it, guys, for this episode of What's on a Shelf. Just taking a look at the superhero collection and some of the family films there on the shelf. If you like this video, definitely give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Stay tuned for more videos, and I will see you soon in the next one.